Hey guys, welcome to Flights and Fabrics. I am Simire, and today you get a video instead of next Sunday because I simply had to talk about this particular topic. As you've already seen it on the title, it is Temi and Mr. Eazi's wedding. This wedding has taken over the internet and it just came out of nowhere. We weren't expecting, at least those of us who follow this couple weren't expecting this amount of, I don't know, magnificent. I mean, I was mind blown. It already started last Sunday and I was contemplating whether I should post another video right after the fashion video, but I was like, no. It needs a video for itself and I need to take it all in and see what it's all about. When I tell you I was shocked is not even a word. I remember when they got engaged and they were talking about when they were going to be married, and she said maybe it would be a small intimate thing and we're not going to see anything. And for me, following their journey, I know their podcast, I've always thought they're this cute couple, so easygoing, pun intended. And I loved her content. I love her eye for art, and she has an art degree, if I'm not mistaken. And the way she just presents herself, I just love her. She's unique. So when she said, it's probably going to be something special, y'all are not even gonna know that we got married, I was so sad because I know that she would have pulled it off so beautifully. But when she decided to give us the peasants, when she decided to give us the insights of her wedding, I was not ready for it, and I don't think the world was ready for it. In the words of Instagram and TikTok, this is the kind of wedding that tells you when you're rich and you rich right, everything is just sprinkle. There is so much, but I would just keep it to the minimal for all the future weddings, all the future brides. This should be your mood board. At least some of this should be a mood board. She's a fashion girly, and that's why I was like, I cannot wait for her wedding because it will look exquisite, and that it did. It was just regal, out of this place. And I'm saying that it should be a mood board because it was 3 different weddings in one. I felt like I went to 3 different weddings all at once, and they were held in 3 different continents, 3 separate months. So there was no rush. It looks like she literally, I keep saying she, but he did as well. You could tell they enjoyed planning and they enjoyed their wedding. Let's talk about the continents first, because I have my own theory. She did explain it, of course, in Vogue, what the whole thought process about this whole thing, what made them decide for the photographer, because they had one of the best wedding photographers. The pictures were they looked gorgeous. They looked like something out of a magazine, and it was so unrealistic. I've never seen something so beautiful as this wedding. They had 3 different weddings. They had the civil wedding, and then they had the traditional wedding, and then they had the white wedding. Okay? My interpretation of it was they were telling 3 different love stories, or including their culture in 3 different ways and how they see themselves. There was Monaco, which was rich, elegant, effortless. And then we had Dubai, it was opulence, colorful, and just like blending the 2 cultures together, and very, like the embroidery, the heritage, like there is a lot of similarity that you just collide within each other. It was just mwah. And then the last but not least, Iceland, that has glazes, that has volcanoes and stillness as well. So they came in with that those whole simplicity, the simplicity of their outfits just blend in with the dramatic aspect of the Iceland nature, because it's very dramatic, like it's very heavy, like I said. So that in itself, it was just like she spent her entire time curating these things, and I feel like we gotta give it to them, because wow, to think about that, to think about how like everything will blend in together and just work, it requires that you really do your research, and I feel like they both did, and that's how we got something so perfect as this wedding. The first civil wedding we got to see, I was like, even if it's this only and she dressed like this, I'm happy, because she looked drop dead gorgeous. When I say gorgeous, at the civil wedding, it was in Monaco. It was intimate, it was just the two of them, and what she was wearing was just, we will talk about the fashion just a little bit later. But what I wrote was that it was just like the symbolic of it was just top tier, because again, when I speak of Monaco, I speak of the French Riviera. I love Monaco myself. I love southern France. There is something special about it. So for them to just do it there, it made sense. Just the two of them, they went up and they had some champagne. She had outfits up on outfits up on outfits. So the first outfit was weird half. I can't even pronounce this name. That's how rich she is. But the detail of the suit that she was wearing, it was it was amazing, impeccable. Like the broderies, the whole thing put together was so beautiful, so vintage. It was what you would expect to wear at a civil wedding. And then she went on to change into another outfit. Christopher John Rogers, the polka dot dress, girl, she looked like a character out of the 50s. Very regal, very vintage, very beautiful to look at. And Mr. Eazi was wearing, let me see what I wrote. He was wearing, why can I not find it? He was wearing Louis Vuitton. And I just love that it was just not a regular, normal, smuggler suit. They both looked amazing. So that was the Monaco. They did the little thing. They had fun with each other. Just knowing that big things are coming. Yeah. So it took my breath away when I saw these pictures, and I was like, if these are the pictures that they're going to share with us, I'm good with it. Until we got to see the second destination, which was Dubai. Like, honestly, when I saw the Dubai, I was like, wow, this was the traditional wedding, and it was curated to the T. When I tell you, everything was perfection. Like the guests were exquisite. Like, everybody looked, and I feel like they smelled good. Okay, they all ate. That's how they say it in TikTok language. They all ate. Everybody ate. Right from the mother to the sisters, the brothers, the uncles and the aunties, and everybody. Each picture I saw just looked amazing. It looked like something from a movie, and I think that's what they wanted, because these are two creative people. They wanted something traditional but make it them. And so yeah, they went to Dubai. They had this huge burgundy tent in their backyard. And in that tent, once you entered, so she explained that she wanted people to step into the tent and feel like they were back at home in Nigeria, right? I was like, what a great idea. And you could tell with the small decor that we saw, with the pictures of the decor that we saw, it just felt like you're back home. It was just warm, cozy with these warm tones. It was colorful. until I saw her dress. I was like, wow, this girl is killing us. She killed us. Listen, so we go, she was wearing this traditional gele in white, I think it was white or ivory, right? She was playing a lot with the colors of this dress. And I was like, wow, I've never seen something like this. I've never seen a traditional dress be designed like this, because it's not a lot, but at the same time it's a lot. It's telling you like, I'm rich. You know, like I got this. It was I don't even know what to say, because the detailing, the draping, the oh my god, and the big bow around her. And guess what, the designer was Posen. You would like, I was amazed by the way they just chose to just design, like, oh my god, the shoes, the veil, everything was just made to perfection. Mr. Eazi was wearing Lisa Folawiyo. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names, but yeah, he was wearing that and he looked amazing as well. Sometimes less is more, and this is what I say, less is more. When less is more, but it's still rich, because he looked like a true king. Like he was oozing of confidence, and just I was just like, wow. And then it was not over. It was not over, because our girl went on to change into, it was like, this looks like it's giving me China, and you know, like, because of the red, the deep red, like it's giving me something, but also giving me rich Nigerian culture. And then when I found out that it was Miss Sohee, because of the corset and the way it was, like the design of the corset, it was like, this reminds me of something. Let me just go and check. And this was around the time that they were just posting without us giving us the details. I was like, I'm very sure that it's Miss Sohee, and they designed it, and her fan even, oh my god, the embroideries. She gave, mother fed us with looks. It was like my jaw dropped when she revealed this outfit, and he was wearing, and it was blue, like a baby blue. I think it was a baby blue, and then that burgundy red, deep rich red, and the same with his agbada. The way it matches hers, and we don't have a lot going on. Again, him knowing that I can carry it, I can carry the simplicity and still give it character. Chef's kiss. I was just like, and then no, they were not done. They gave us another look. There were so many looks at this night. I cannot even go through them, because it was a lot was going on. But I loved the richness of the whole thing, which again, it was just emerging their cultures together, because later on she changed into a white dress, shimmery dress, and some red to go with it, into I think she was representing his culture as well, and he again still looked amazing, celebrating their culture, celebrating their heritage. It was just amazing to look how you can combine these cultures, like you're in Dubai, and the tent had these she said that she wanted the tent to also like symbolize the Arabian Night or something. I was just like, Hermine, artistically, you better watch out for this girl. But we knew all of this. It's like they took their time to plan this wedding. And then came my favorite. This was my absolute favorite. Like, if I had to choose through like one of these three weddings, my favorite was Iceland. I cried. I think I cried because I was like, because I was just like, I've never seen something so beautiful. And especially, I've been to Iceland, and my sister and I, we were amazed, and we still to this day, we say Iceland is one of the most beautiful country we've ever visited. Like hands down, the most beautiful country we ever visited. The nature is so raw and so powerful. It just leaves you with, you're just in awe of what you're surrounded by. When I saw the pictures, I was like, wow. So the first pictures was this, where she's wearing, and I don't care, if there is one thing that a woman will always look good in, is lace. Now, baby girl was covered in lace from top to toe. When I tell you, when I saw this picture and the landscape behind them, it was just perfect. I love this combination of his suit. I feel like it's him. It's not something very regular. It's bold, and not everyone can pull it off. And the way they just match each other, you can see the simplicity that comes out and that shines through. Again, I was touched until she exposes her wedding dress that apparently was inspired by Audrey Hepburn's, and it was Fendi who designed her wedding dress, her white wedding dress, right? And Mr. Eazi was wearing Saint Laurent. And let's start with this look, because he looked I keep saying the same words. He looked amazing. He looked classy, and I love the bright shoulders that he, like, everything was just curated to perfection. His suit fit him perfectly, and I love that he was black. I thought that it would be different because, again, these are very creative people, and I'm saying like that because I was amazed. So his suit was just, and then we saw her dress, and then I wanted to cry again. I was like, oh my god, I just love to see beautiful things and beautiful people and people enjoying life. It's just a joyous moment. And when I saw her dress, and it was marble, like the details of the dress, you could tell that it was flowy, like the I think it was silk. I assume that the dress was silk, and then the marble details, and it was just easy to put on. She was gorgeous, and the makeup was not heavy, the nails were not extra, like whatever, like it was just, she was simple, she was beautiful, she was oozing of feminine, like she was the definition of feminine on a wedding day. Like, I was wow. And then she told the story about how she got these pictures. And again, key point is always having a photographer who understands your vision and understands that angle, okay, and understands how he can capture you. Your photographer should be able to understand and take risks and know that the risk they're taking is mwah. So he apparently said to her, I seen this black backdrop, and I know it's windy because Iceland is not, it's not for the weak, so I know it's windy outside and we're all on the way to the church. I just want you to stand here and then we'll do it quick. They did it. The picture turned out amazing. Pictures, not even pictures. You know, like the wind was a paid actor. The wind was paid to do this. Like, my good God. I was like, what is going on? Why? This girl is so beautiful. Her face card never lies, will never lie. She is gorgeous. And my breath was taken away. I was like, wow. Wow. I loved everything about her dress, and I loved her bouquet. I loved that it was so simple. Again, it was small, tiny, because she knew that the whole dress and the veil was the moment. So she didn't need a big bouquet to just overshadow everything. And she had, and I think there was a meaning and probably a story behind the bouquet, because special flowers. You could tell, like these small bell flowers. There probably is a story that she will tell us once she gets over this high. Let's get to the why Iceland was my favorite. Not only was like the outfits as well, and they had a welcoming dinner, right, at the opera. When I say that the rich people, the rich right, oh my god, they had this rehearsal dinner, welcoming dinner, you know, for their friends and family before the big day. And the way it was set up, I was like, good god, this is amazing. Like this, straight up to my mood board. I don't know what kind of party I'm going to have, but this is the inspiration. And then she came out in Valentino. I think it was Valentino. At first I thought it looked like Elisa because of the embroidery and the lace. No, it was Valentino. And she said she wanted to again to mingle and collide with the Icelandic landscape. And yes, she looked like the hair, the dress, it was just, Temi, you did us, oh my gosh. The whole setup was, it was rich, it was black, all black. The setup was all black. It was just amazing and clean, and candles. It was just cozy. And then came the wedding day where they got married at the very famous church. And the decor in there, it was just white flowers and that's it. That in itself was just beautiful. I was like, wow. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just there was something so simple that made it all just feel this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So when they came to the reception, it was like in a glass house in the middle. I think it was in the middle of nowhere, where like you can see the Icelandic landscape and horses running around, and I was like, this is mind-blowing. And in the middle of that, there was like this lava thing going on, and there was a piano. John Legend was there playing. I want to cry. I literally want to cry because what? The way they, oh my god. And again, it was simple, it was clean. I love that clean look. Clean means that there was not a lot going on. We have these lilies, like these dark lilies, and the theme was actually dark. It was gray, black, and you know, dark purple kind of tones. And it was still working together because we have Iceland that has a heavy nature and mood and vibe. So that's what she captured. And I keep saying she because it's always the bride. Anyways, that's what they captured and put it in their settings. And the lava, just go and check this wedding out because I was impressed. I've never been impressed by a wedding before other than this. And I say, bravo, c'est magnifique, bravo. Guys, no, seriously, I'm just trying to take it all in. Yeah, and the bridesmaids as well. Did you see what they're wearing? They're wearing this brand, I think it's D something, I'll put it on here. Again, trying to translate the language of the continent or the country they're in. So the bridesmaids' dress were gray, and they had the wet look, and for me it represented, yes, like they've been in water, icy water or something like that. And also it presented mountains, which Iceland as well just have like some sort of like mountains. I was like, everything is well thought through. You know, nobody looked out of place. And the mother of the bride, wow, Nana, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was such an amazing wedding because it was them telling a story, telling their love story through all of these 3 continents, countries. venue or the country you're getting married in should just not be the backdrop of it. It should be a part of the story that you're trying to tell, that you're trying to show your guests. That is a part of your love story. Okay, it's like a storytelling, and that's what I got from this whole wedding. And then the outfits, the way they combined it together, it was just a wholesomely well put together wedding, because you could tell these people are creative, they love fashion, but they also want to do it in the way that fits them, because everything was them. You could tell their personalities shine through. They said that Iceland was one of their favorite country to visit and revisit, and it meant so much to them. So no wonder why, well, they gave each other and their friends and family this experience. Even Ariko Dangote was like, I've never been to Iceland, so y'all got me here, and I love the nature. It's nice to just see that a wedding isn't just a wedding or just a party. It's a way to collide cultures together and tell your love story through them, and make it like a global event through fashion, food, and I don't even know what they ate, but I feel like they also knew how to combine all these things together. So it just becomes more of an experience rather than, oh yeah, it's just another wedding. That's what I took out of this wedding, and I am so happy that we got to see and witness this on social media, so the future brides can be inspired. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this content, and let's wish the newlyweds a wonderful marriage. And yeah, go and just like, share, and get inspired. Put it on your mood board. Even if it's not your wedding, the next time you host a party, just think differently. Enough about that. I wish you a wonderful Sunday. I'll see you next Sunday with a new content. But for now, just enjoy, okay? Otherwise, I've been your girl Simire. Until next time, bisous, bye.